mass m1 with a bar of mass m2 placed on it lies on a smooth horizontal plane. A horizontal force growing with time t as F is equal to 80, where A is constant is applied to the bar. Find how the acceleration of the plank W1 and of the bar W2 depend on D. If the coefficient of friction between plank and bar is equal to K, draw the approximate plots of these dependencies. Okay, first we have to understand this question. Let us consider this is a plank and this is a bar on it. Okay, a plank of mass m1, mass is m1 and bar has mass m2. Okay, a horizontal force growing with time t as F is equal to 80 is applied to the bar. Okay, that means in this bar the force is applied, and how much is it? A into t. That is when t is equal to 0, time is 0, then force is 0, and when time t increases, then this force is also increasing. Okay, you can see that it is given in the question that the coefficient of friction between plank and bar is equal to K. That means the coefficient friction between this is bar and this is plank, in between these two is K. Okay, so as the force is applied in this direction, then the frictional force is in which direction for the bar? Opposite to the motion always. Frictional force is always opposite to the motion. So here the motion is in this direction as the force is applied in this direction. That means the frictional force for the bar is in which direction? In this direction. Okay? Let us consider this FR. Okay? And you can see that this is smooth surface. That is, there is no friction between this plank and the surface. Okay? So this is smooth surface. So we can calculate the maximum value of friction. How much is it? You can see that. So this force is m2 into g, force due to gravity. Normal reaction is how much? m2 into g. Okay. So the maximum value of friction is equal to how much? K into n, because it is given that coefficient of friction is equal to K between bar and the plank. Okay. So K into n, that is K into m2 into g. Okay. So here you can see that if we consider these two body a complete system, that is bar with plank. Okay, if we consider these two body as a complete system, then you can see that there is no role of this friction, because this frictional force on the bar is in this direction and also in this plank is in this direction, Fr. Okay, if we consider these two bodies as a complete system, then you can see that there is no role of these frictional forces. Okay, because here frictional force is in this direction and frictional force on this plank is in this direction, and it can cancel out. So for this complete system, F is equal to how much? 80. Okay, and how much is it? M1 plus M2 into W combined, that is, you can take W combined at the acceleration of this system. Okay, I have considered this bar and this plank as a complete system, and if we draw the free body diagram of this complete system, then you can see that F is equal to 80. There is no force on these two blocks except this force. Okay, so F is equal to 80 is equal to m1 into m2 into W combined, that is acceleration of these two bodies, combined acceleration. Okay, as there is no force except this force, then I can write it as this. So W combined is how much? I have got 80 divided by m1 plus m2. Okay, next you can see that maximum frictional force is K into N, that is K into m2 into g, and this frictional force on the plank is in this direction. As the force F is equal to 80 is only applied on the bar that is given in the question, then this plank is moving on the basis of which force? This frictional force. Okay, so after reaching the maximum frictional force for the ground observer, these two bodies are moving separately. as the force is applied on the bar, then for the ground observer, this bar is moving with greater acceleration than the plank. We can calculate the time after which these two bodies are moving separately. How can we calculate? For bar M2, 80 minus this frictional force divided by M2 will be always greater than equal to Fr divided by M1. For the ground observer, this is correct because as the maximum value of friction is reached after some time, then this force is only on this bar. There is no force on this plank because the maximum value of friction has already reached. Okay, so for the ground observer, after the maximum friction reached, this bar is moving with greater acceleration than this plank. So I can write it as 80 minus Fr. If we consider only this bar, then you can see that F is in this direction, frictional force is in this direction, opposite to the motion. So total force is in which direction? 80 minus Fr, as this bar is moving in this direction. So 80 minus Fr, that is the total force on this bar divided by mass of this bar, that is M2. So this is the acceleration of the bar. And the acceleration of this plank is how much? Fr is in this direction divided by m1. Okay, that is frictional force divided by m1. So you can see that 80 minus maximum frictional force is how much? K into m2 into g. We have to calculate that time after which this maximum frictional force is reached and these two blocks are moving separately. Okay, so 80 minus maximum frictional force is how much? K into m2 into g divided by m2 greater than equal to K into m2 into g divided by m1. Okay, so 80 minus K into m2 into g. Okay, clear? So T greater than equal to how much? K into m2 into g divided by A. m2 divided by m1 plus 1. That means if we take T naught is equal to K into m2 into g divided by A into m1, m2 plus m1. For this much time, these two bodies are moving as a system. After this time reached, after T is greater than T naught, then these two bodies are moving separately because the maximum friction has reached, that is K into m2 into g. You have to understand, if we take these two bodies as a system, then there is no frictional force because the frictional force is in this direction for this bar and for in this direction for this plank. So these two forces cancel out. For this total system, F is equal to T is equal to m1 into m2 into W combined, that is combined acceleration. So combined acceleration is how much? 80 divided by m1 plus m2. We have to calculate for how much time these two bodies are moving as a system, and after that time these two bodies are moving separately because after this maximum frictional force has reached, this force is only applying its impact on this bar. Okay, that is the acceleration for the ground observer. The acceleration of this bar is greater than this plank as the force is applied on this bar and maximum frictional force has already reached. Okay, so we have to calculate that time. How to calculate that time? 80 minus Fr divided by m2 greater than equal to this value for ground observer. So solve this, we have get the value of t, and this time t naught is equal to this value. For time is equal to this value, these two bodies are moving up to that time, up to this much time. These two bodies are moving as a system, and after this time has reached, The maximum frictional force has already reached. Hence, these two bodies are moving separately. Okay. Now we have to calculate the acceleration of the plank W1 and of the bar W2 dependent time. Okay. That is, after this time has reached, as these bodies are moving separately, we have to calculate the individual acceleration of these two bodies, that is of this bar as well as of this plank. Okay. So you can see that the acceleration of the plank is how much? Fr divided by m1, that is k into m2 into g divided by m1, because the maximum frictional force is how much? K into m2 into g, and due to this friction this plank is moving, because there is no force applied on this plank. Force is only applied on this bar, but for the frictional force which is directed in this direction for this plank, the acceleration has reached this much. Okay, the plank is moving only due to frictional force. Next we have to calculate the acceleration of the bar. How much is it? 80 minus Fr divided by m2, that is 80 minus k into m2 into g divided by m2. Okay, we have got the acceleration of these two bodies after this time has reached when t is greater than equal to this value. Okay, next we have to draw the approximate plots of these dependencies. Let us consider this is A and this is T. You can see that up to this much time these two bodies are moving as a system. That means with combined acceleration this value. Okay, that means for t naught time, up to t naught time, these two bodies are moving with combined acceleration 80 divided by m1 plus m2. After this much time, these two bodies are moving with separate acceleration. That is, plank is moving with this acceleration and bar is moving with this acceleration. You can see that the acceleration of plank is independent of time. That means after this time reached, the acceleration of this plank is constant. Okay? But you can see the acceleration of the bar depends on time. So after this much time, as the value of maximum frictional force is reached, that is k into g value is reached, then the acceleration of this bar is only due to this force, there is no friction. So this bar is moving now with greater acceleration than this previous. Why? Because the maximum friction value has already reached. The force is showing its impact on this body only, on this bar only for the acceleration. Okay? So that means the bar is now moving with greater acceleration. Okay? So this is the combined acceleration up to time t naught, and after time t naught you can see that as the acceleration of the plank is independent of time. So this acceleration of the plank is constant now after this time has reached, and as the bar acceleration is depending upon time, then as the maximum frictional force is reached, it is moving with greater acceleration now. Okay? Okay? So this is W1 and this is W2, and it is not A, it is W. Okay? Because A is constant given in the question. You have understood now? So this is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.